Yesterday, at a little bit after 6 p.m., the Albuquerque Police Department received a call for service at the music go-round at 7116 Manal Northeast in reference to subjects who were in the area trying to sell back some equipment or sell some equipment that was stolen from the business. That musical equipment included a bass, guitar, and a banjo.
San 44 Island, San 46, I'm at Pennsylvania. I'll be there in 1 minute. Halfway. And San 46 PD, there we go, where are you? You would be heading east to the parking lot?
The advice said they were 5-6 in the parking lot from the jewelry store. Should be a $2 Chevy or Ford pickup, black in color, tinted windows.
As the sergeant began approaching that vehicle, it was occupied by 2 people. The passenger immediately exited the vehicle and ran from the sergeant.
Enjoy, head to the alley. 1040 in full 10 through PD, 1045.
I'm here. Rooftop, going back towards Menard.
Secondary unit had arrived at the scene within seconds after the sergeant, and they kind of did a game of cat and mouse as the subject was on the roof of the business. Originally started running east and then turned and started running west.
Joey, turn back west. Joey, if you want to hold the far southeast corner, I'll hold the northwest.
As the officers or the sergeants were trying to coordinate in setting up a perimeter to keep the subject on the roof, the subject did appear at the edge of the roof where he was confronted by the sergeant, at which time he produced a silver-colored handgun.
Subject is armed.
10-4.
10-4. Ain't no need. 10-4, he's getting down off the Joey. He does have a gun.
The subject then ran across Banal, dodging vehicles.
He's headed across the null now. He's low ball again. Maybe westbound again.
10-4.
Can you give me any that you have?
10-4, any of you, shut up.
The sergeant continued to pursue him on foot, albeit a little bit farther away, having very serious concerns due to the fact that the subject was obviously armed with a handgun.
Okay, I lost visual. I need units. Phoenix, Louisiana, and then Phoenix, and whatever buses are being Messina. I'm not going to shoot because I can't see them.
10-4, PD, get forward.
Obviously, we had concerns because of very busy businesses in the area, and within minutes requested lockdowns of the Sheraton Hotel and Chili's. Also was requested was assistance from the Albuquerque Police Department Air Unit. Our helicopter launched from Double Eagle and was on scene within minutes and began assisting officers in setting up the perimeter, making sure it was secure, and then doing a very systematic search using FLIR equipment.
Okay, I have a little bit of movement inside the bush. 18 has a visual of the subject. Can you see the top of his head?
As members of the Albuquerque Police Department and Bernalillo Sheriff's Department began to approach the subject in an armored vehicle that was supplied by the Sheriff's Department, the subject emerged from the bush and armed with a handgun and immediately began running to the west and then north on Chama.
He's running eastbound, not northbound.
Officers deployed a flashbang in an attempt to stop him. He did not stop and actually tried making a flying, leaping kick through a plate glass window in an attempt to enter a business, which would be the rear of the Chili's, businesses that back up to the Chili's restaurant. He was unable to enter that building. He basically bounced off of the plate glass window, and as he bounced off, he came down onto his knees, facing officers that were just north of his location. Still had the firearm in his hand, at which time officers did deploy their weapons, striking the subject.
18 has him. His finger is still on the trigger when you guys move up.
The deceased at this time, I'm not going to be releasing his name, but if he is who we believe he is, he has very strong ties to criminal gang activity, to include prison gangs and gangs of a white supremacy type nature. Based on tattoos on his body, does lead us to believe of a very strong gang affiliation. It appears that he has at least 17 felony arrests and had active felony warrants for his arrest at the time of last night's incident.